Yeah, we reported 4.1 underlying operating profit margin for the quarter, with a 4.6 margin in the US and a 3.2 margin in Europe. The 3.2 margin in Europe has been handicapped by both energy and our project in Belgium, which is good for 70 basis points. So I think we have industry-leading margins. I'm very happy with the stable margins in the US, slightly below last year, but only 10 basis points. So with 4.1% margin and 4%, at least 4% for the full year, that is our guidance. I think we have strong margins here, and it has to be done. It has to be with the positioning of our brands, what I mentioned before, the strong link to the communities, the strong brand strength, and the relative market positions we have. And I'm confident that we are going to make, of course, that guidance for the full year.
Frans, just another quick comment on inflation. We know there's a tug of war as to who passes on what to customers. What are you witnessing in terms of the tug of war between suppliers and also your end of the business at the retail side?
Yeah, that's a great question, and that's a very different picture for the US and for Europe. In Europe, unfortunately, we're still the war in the Ukraine, and you see that volatility of commodity prices is still quite high on both sides of the oceans, where dairy became, let's say, cheaper both in Europe and in the US, where eggs are on the right way to become cheaper. We still see wheat prices, we still see sugar prices going up in Europe. And in the US, we see beef prices going up. So it depends a little bit where you're coming from. What does not help, apart from the war in Ukraine, the global effect on climate and the crisis there. So if you see the floods and the droughts, both in the US and in Europe, harvests are handicapped. So, for example, in Europe, we have a very wet late summer. And that means that also harvests for potatoes and onions are not going the right direction. And we saw that also for citrus and fruits. In the US, it's handicapped also by the floods as well. Right. So it's very volatile, the commodity front. And that's why it's so important that we have a strong sustainability agenda as a company. We are awarded MSCI AAA this week. We're very proud about that. And with our bol.com, our marketplace business, we are a B Corp company in the meantime. So it's not only the short term and today, it's especially also tomorrow where we invest in as a business and where we're convinced that we have to bring a contribution.
Frans, we appreciate